Women's Suffrage in the United States of America by Julia Sachs. The Founding Fathers wrote in the Constitution that all men are created equal. This equality that is given to them in the Constitution was not true for women in the late 1800s and early 1900s. They were treated unfair and not allowed to vote. When the women were not allowed to vote, their voice was taken away. The freedom of speech, which was also given to them, was not being upheld. Women's vote was their speech. It was their way of speaking their mind and having a say in what happens to the country that they love and live in. From around 1848 to 1920, women were treated very poorly. They were considered less valuable and less important than men. They were not allowed to vote in elections, and they weren't paid as much as men. And the women, they wanted that to change. In 1848, Lucretia Mott and Elizabeth Cady Stanton attended the Seneca Falls Convention. The convention was held in New York in July 1848. It is said that this convention was the first and one of the very influential conventions which shall have the power by appropriate legislation to enforce the provisions of this article. The bill was passed with a 309 to 90 vote. On June 4, 1919, the United States Senate supported the amendment, voting 56 to 25. They then sent the amendment to the states to be voted on. When they sent the amendment, some states, including Illinois, Wisconsin, and Michigan, were quick in passing the law. However, there was a couple of states, including Alabama, which was also quick, but in rejecting the suffrage movement. The anti-suffrage forces were very well organized, which made the passage of the amendment very hard. In August 1920, with the vote tied, Tennessee voted, and the amendment was passed with one vote. And so, on August 26, 1920, the 19th Amendment to the Constitution became a law, and women were then allowed to vote in the upcoming fall elections.